the latest episode on Thoughts of Education, sir. I'm very glad that we have CA Madan Reddy, sir, who is joining us today, currently serving as the Managing Director of UNIQFIN Business School, Bangalore. So I'm very glad that you are here, sir. With 10 years of experience, 10 plus years of experience in the industry, today he is here to address the students and share his thoughts. So let's start with your introduction, sir.
Hi, my name is Madan Reddy. So I have done my CA. Then I was working for companies like Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, etc. for about 10 years. I have also done my executive MBA from IIM Calcutta. While I was in the industry or while I was going to this education, one of the thought I always have, particularly when we are hiring the students for our company, so we felt that there is more scope for us to come out of the corporate and then train the students, guide them in terms of what is the right course, what is the right skill set they have to develop, and how to get into some good companies, and then how to have long-term career. So that's where we started this UNIQFIN Business School 6 years back. So we are into education now, guiding, already guided thousands of students. We are in the path to make more successful careers.
That's great, sir. That's great. So, from industry to education, this field, what do you think your roles and responsibility to the institute, sir, and for the students especially?
Right. So as I said before, one of the finding that we have when we are taking interviews sitting in the companies is the company requirement on certain topics, maybe let's say 80 out of 100. I mean, let's say the topic depth is 100. Maybe I want a student to know 80. But they might have theoretical understanding which might be around 20 out of 100. So there is a huge gap. Again, I have to train them. And I mean, once they join in my company, when I was there in the company I'm talking about. So, but then as a company, every company has their own limitations. Their training department will be there, their managers, etc. will train, but nobody has that much time to give full-fledged knowledge transfer. They'll only train you to the extent how you can complete that work. So that's where we felt the people who are there in the industry, who has hands-on experience, they have to teach them. That's why I came out of the corporate. We started UNIQFIN Business School 6 years back. So as my role, I mean, if I have to talk about, I involve in everything. I mean, I do teach the classes to the students. Earlier, we used to teach certification courses like fund accounting, investment banking, etc. Where we teach, that's where we can really understand what type of questions students are getting and then how far they are understanding. Now we match the student understanding, their interview performance and the company's requirement, and try to fill the gap or reduce the gap as much as possible. So that's how it started. I mean, still few classes I do take. Then coming to MBA classes and all, there are expert faculty who are working in the industry. They take their classes, but I do coordinate to make sure the syllabus, whatever we have designed, the customized syllabus is designed in a way that a company need, and the student skill set is improved to that extent. So that way I do involve in day-to-day operations and everything. I mean, designing the syllabus and then execution or kind of delivering some of the subjects. Other faculties, whoever is delivering, give students feedback to them, or faculty expectations kind of inform to the students, and then taking care of the placement. Whatever is the company expectations from the placement, again inform to the faculty and then give them suggestions as to what areas they have to go into depth, then make sure the student is catching up. So that way I do involve in end-to-end operations so that we can get the quality that we are really looking for.
Great, great, sir. So I have one good question, sir, for you. So what is vision of your college and what are the courses your college is offering to the students?
See, the vision is simple, as I said before, to try to bring the students' quality to the extent the companies are expecting. So, as I said again, even if I look into my education background, when I was doing my CA, the problem is nobody will tell us what is the exact requirement of the company. Somehow, companies recruit based on number of attempts you have in CA, or the rank holders are not. Or if you take MBAs, first grade college, second grade college, whatever grade, they assume maybe students from A grade college may be better. But the moment you get into the corporate, the requirements are different. Again, from the scratch, they have to deliver the trainings. I mean, somehow, what you learn in the syllabus versus what is the company expectation, there is a big gap. That's where we felt, the vision is to bridge that gap as much as possible so that what the student is learning in the college, by and large, the same is executed in the company, so that 2-3 things they can achieve. One is the training time will be reduced so that their efficiency will be more the moment they join the company. 2, with little training they can pick up, which means the speed at which they grow in the career is important. Most of the students miss this point. The moment I got the job, my work is done. That's what they feel. But no, right? That is just one step where you got the job. From here, continuously, do I have the growth in the career is the first point. Second point, am I getting timely promotions? Am I getting timely increment? Do I have the work-life balance? These are all the points students miss. As far as they get the job, they feel happy. That the moment they join the company, after 6 months, after 1 year, they realize this is what even we are seeing. From last 6 years, we placed 5,000 plus students. We dealt with thousands of students. So now most of them make this mistake, somehow get into the company with wrong expectations. Maybe company brand is big, so maybe company is good. Maybe the role name is very catchy, like analyst, financial analyst, maybe it is good, but they don't really understand what is exactly the requirement of the company, whether do I have any learning abilities in that or not. Most of the MBA college students going into the campus in Bangalore also, I can observe some big names, like maybe one big four is recruiting or maybe one big bank is recruiting. They look into the name, they don't really understand what is the role it's offered to me, how far I have learning abilities there are opportunities, how far I can grow in this career. They don't really understand. So we want to bridge that gap and we want to become one-stop solution to the student to make a good career in the finance. We want to become one-stop solution. That's one. Two, the companies also should have the trust on us. These people deliver the right resources. So that's our vision. Going to the courses, as I said, mainly we have two. One is certification courses, 1 to 6 months in between we deliver courses mainly into investment banking, fund accounting, etc. The other side, MBA, 2 year program. But again, the way we have designed is as soon as possible they have to go for the kind of working or internship. So the idea is roughly 12 months of classes, 12 months of working. They have to go for internship or working.
Okay. So I think we can easily see the difference between the normal MBA program which is offered by the different colleges to our college, right, sir? So now here, sir, as you're mentioning these different kind of teaching, who are the faculties, sir? So I know you are teaching. Apart from you, who are the faculty and how classes will be conducted, sir?
Right. So as I said that again, if I'm recruiting somebody from an education background, yes, they might be good in how to convince the student on the topic and deliver the lecture, but they may not be great in understanding the company requirement, right? For example, if I give you my requirement, let's say I need a shirt, for example. If I tell you I need this color, I need this fabric, I need this, whatever it is, you might understand much better way. Maybe my requirement 80% you will understand. But if you convey to your team and then that guy convey to other guy, the communication gap will come. So that's why the way we approach is either me or others who are teaching, most of them or almost all of them are working in the industry. So they know tomorrow if the student is going to face the interview, what kind of questions can come, which means what they should know. This is one point. Second point, what are the trends in the businesses? What are the trends in the companies? So the more they can give you that updated knowledge, the updated trends, as a student, your preparedness for job, more importantly for the career. This is what we always say, long-term career is more important than the getting the job offer. So that way, the connectivity, what the companies they need or what the long-term career, the skills that you need will be delivered to the student much better way. So our syllabus is anyhow is customized in such a way what the company need. But then again, the delivery person, if they know how exactly the real-time works, that is better. So that's why we have almost all faculties from the industry who are working in the companies again. The companies that I have worked for, like maybe JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Deutsche Bank, etc., are people working for different other companies, but then hands-on experience. That is the main thing.
That's nice. That's nice, sir. Okay. And one more thing, sir, when we talk about MBA and other, certification courses, who are the eligible candidates for this courses and the program?
Right. So certification courses, of course, anybody can do, but mainly commerce. It's all in all. As of now, we are oriented towards finance. So that way, people from BCom or BBA, any graduation is one thing, and then MBA, MCom, or CA completed, or CA pursuing, CMA completed, CMA pursuing, CFA pursuing.
Okay.
These kind of students will be there. Coming to MBA, of course, you should be graduate. So graduate from any stream is okay, because again, since we have time like 1.5 year to teach the student, even other stream students, we do have in the first year MBA also BSc students, BTech students also we have placed. Otherwise, any finance graduate easily they can come. That is one point. Second, considering the requirement or skill upgradation, we are also offering, other than a student has done already MCom, maybe already MBA. They don't want that degree again. They just want to attend the classes and they want to get into the industry. We are giving that option also. You can attend all MBA classes, but then you don't need to appear for the exams and take the certificate. but the knowledge will be given, placement support will be given. So short answer, any graduate, any postgraduate, any finance guy, more suitable, but otherwise for MBA program, even other than finance people are also okay to join.
Okay. So you're telling that even though a student is done with this MBA program, but
Yeah.
still, if he feels like there is a lack of
True.
knowledge,
True.
so the place is open.
True. There are
Right.
2 points in that. One
Mhm.
is we have students from mainly rural areas, or
Mhm.
where not so from places like
Mhm.
Bangalore and Hyderabad, where the learning might be quite less,
Mhm.
but they have done their MBA.
Okay.
Now they have the degree. They might have enrolled. Some of them they have enrolled for our certification courses. They realize the quality difference. That's why they are going for this MBA program without certification. That's one. Second is the syllabus itself. Most of these MBA, MBA finance will have mostly their subjects like economics, accounts, statistics, etc. Here we are adding the other side, the real, the program, or kind of, the systems related skills they need to get into the companies like Excel, Power BI, SQL. Even nowadays we can see a lot of kind of, attention towards Python or artificial intelligence or machine learning.
Yes.
So as a finance guy also, I should at least know to some extent all these things. Some of them are really good if you know the depth also, like Excel. But Python, etc., in case if you know a little bit of coding, or at least you can understand the requirements of the company and then convey your requirement to the technology team and do the automation, they appreciate. So that way, all those additional skills are also added. That's why students, whatever background they are from, if they really want to get into the MNC, and then if they need to have a long-term career, they do opt for it.
True. I understand that because I remember back in the previous meeting, I was speaking with one of your student, and he was explaining me about all these additional courses and technical skills what the college is offering to him. He's a first year student, I think.
Yeah.
Great. So, sir, now you talk about the placements because you were also mentioning even though he's a candidate, he's MBA grad, you are also supporting him the whatever the lack of knowledge is there, and you are helping him with placement. So how does a college support students in their career development and job placements, sir, especially? What kind of companies, industries your institute can cover to provide such jobs?
Right. So here also, the way we have designed the program is very different from other colleges. What we have observed, or what we normally observe in a normal MBA, is they'll teach for up to 2 years. Maybe in the last 3 months you go for the internship, otherwise you go for the job. So what we have observed there is mostly students will be kind of in the relaxed mode for about 1.5 years. Last 6 months they take it seriously. They prepare for the interviews. Within that time, the understanding of industry, understanding of the job roles, very limited. That's where they get into some or the other role. Then after 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, they realize I'm in the wrong role. They again come back. Even in last 6 years, many students we have dealt with those kind of students where, sir, I got into in my campus placements into a marketing job, though I'm a finance guy, I don't like it. Or I got into some finance role. This is not the role that I was really looking for. Mainly copy paste work I'm doing. Kind of international companies tax returns I'm preparing. Somewhere the learning is quite less. I want to I came to know through your students. They learned the core finance skills and they got the job. So I want that kind of role. They come. But then if a student take that decision or realization comes within a year or 2 years, still okay. Some people take even longer time, 5-6 years, they change 2-3 jobs. Then they realize, oh my God, all these years I have not learned much. There's not much scope from here to grow. So that's where it's maybe too late again. Otherwise you wasted 5-6 years even if you change. So this is where what we are doing is, out of these 24 months of MBA program itself, we strongly encourage the student to go for either internship or job. If you go for the job based on your previous qualification, maybe BCom, maybe CA Inter, whatever qualification you have, based on that you can go for the job. So that maybe, let's say for example, 12 months of classes, 12 months of internship ideal, or 12 months of job is also okay. Now, if the company is good, if it is a job, you can continue. If it is an internship, anyhow, it will get over. You can try for something else. So the point is, apart from the qualification, if you already have hands-on experience, that is always preferred by the companies. This is point number one. Point number two, since we also have certification courses in our colleges, every month one batch will come. Every month or every day, some people will be keep attending the interviews. So that's a regular process, reaching out to HR and then arranging the interviews. So you can see that kind of an environment in the college or institute where one or the other, either your friends or somebody else is attending the interview on a weekly basis or maybe daily basis or monthly basis, etc. So you understand what is the requirement of the company, what is the skill set they are expecting, which role is better, which company is better. You kind of understand. Two, even within your MBA, let's say there are 60 people in the first batch, for example, maybe 20 are placed within 2-3 months also based on your existing qualification. Now, once you are placed, you will continue the classes in the online mode. Previous question also yours is how the classes are delivered. This is
I was about
by
to ask you. I was about to
by
ask you.
keeping all these things in the mind. What we have done is we are giving offline plus online plus recorded options.
Okay.
For example, let's say you are in Bangalore today, you are attending the classes offline. You are placed after 3 months or 6 months. Now you are working in Hyderabad or Pune, for example. Remaining classes you can continue in the online.
Okay.
Let's say office work is too hectic, you missed few classes, or maybe some people are working in the international locations, the timing issues are coming. Then we suggest people to go for the recorded lectures, some of them. So that way, the flexibility is given.
Okay.
And one more reason why we choose this kind of an option is, when I was in the industry, this is what my feeling is. Somehow you get into the job related skills. Again, you have to customize, right? So you might have learned in your CA, MBA, whatever the skills. But when it comes to the business, that business want that specific skills to be known to you. That's where your productivity will be very high. But we miss all these things. Recently, I got the job. Let me enjoy. You will go for 6 to 1 year like that. Then promotion is not coming or hike is not coming. You go to other company. Again, you try to understand. So in this process, the learning is taken the backseat. This is where a lot of people will not have a good career, because learning and career, somewhere it has to go hand in hand. Just because you got the job, it's not, work is not done. At least some customized skills you have to keep add. So that's where a lot of us miss. I got the job. We get into the kind of relaxed mode. It's a question of time. One day you realize either you are in the layoff list, company is asking you to go to home, pink slip, or the company is not giving you promotion. With frustration, you will leave. Now you think about going to the other industry, other courses, going into the job. From the job, going into the employment, maybe it's not successful, again come back. The life is kind of messed up. That's where we felt both has to be there. Just because you got the job, you can't stop there. You have to learn. Okay. But maybe the timing, as a student, you might be spending 10 hours, or 20 hours, 30 hours per week, whatever. You might reduce, but then the continuous learning should be there. So by keeping all these things, this is how we have designed the curriculum or the delivery mode.
Okay. So I think one is sure, anyone from across India or anywhere, right? So they are eligible to join. True. If all the criteria are met.
True.
Right?
As I said that again, yes. So these MNCs, mainly we target for the placements also, mainly banking and financial services companies.
Okay.
What we have observed, particularly when I was working in the industry again for the companies like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs or whatever, one of the observation is people in America, UK kind of countries, when they did MBA, they have very good practical experience of finance topics. For example, how the stock market work, how the mutual fund work, etc., etc. But that depth of learning is missing in India. That's where, when we are hiring, we felt most of the MBA colleges syllabus or CS syllabus and all will have some idea or some topics about capital markets and all, but practical understanding of how it works, most of them miss. That's where we are adding that practical skills to the students. So the main target is that industry, either in the finance or analytics or anything related jobs. But of course, if the student is interested and if there are other opportunities within the finance domain, we do offer in the other industries. So that way, we do specialize in those areas. So that's why, if you take the location wise, there are more opportunities as far as you go. Let's say Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Mumbai, Delhi. Now even Gujarat, Gandhinagar, Gift City or Jaipur and etc. are also picking up, Kolkata, etc. That is one. And two, if students want to go for the international opportunities also, there are enough opportunities in countries like Singapore, Australia, Canada, UK, US, etc. Where these major financial services companies are there. That's why if you really want to make any international career or within India, maybe in the finance companies, a very good career, we felt all this understanding is required. So that way, yes, we are offering online plus offline, which means you can attend from any location in India.
Great. So I think we have covered A to Z details about the university, what your college is offering to students. So one final question with you, sir. As any student who is looking in this video or any parent who is looking into the video, what would you like to tell about your college to them that they may not know?
Right. So see, generally, if I want to join either MBA or any other course, one of the common mistake all of us do is ask people who might be, from the education background or who are settled in the life. Maybe they might have heard about some colleges 20 years back. They might have heard about some courses like CA, CFA 20 years back or 15 years back. Or, you take this, otherwise you go to the Google and search. No names you normally pick up because maybe they are there in the industry from last 20 years, maybe reputed, maybe reliable. My point is do little more research. There are a lot of trends are emerging in the market. So if you search for UNIQFIN Business School, it's a new thing. Obviously, if you look for last 20 years record or people who completed MBA last 20 years back, you will not find because it's a new thing. But then look into the curriculum, point number one. That is more important. What you are learning is more important. So as I said before, we are adding all the skills that are relevant for the companies. Like as a finance student, I feel these are the four pillars.
Okay.
One is the finance side, like accounting, the capital market, etc., how finance works. Two is the technical things like Excel, how it works, Power BI, SQL, etc. Little bit of computer knowledge. Three is the presentation skills. For any MNC you go, those are very big companies. You really should know how to work in a team, how to convey your message to them. And the fourth one is the right guidance. Who can tell you that maybe are you going in the right route or wrong route?
Okay.
If so, what is that based on your strength, what you can do. So that way we have mixed all these four. So as far as you're good, you have a mentorship and you're learning the right skills, you are in the right path. So that way, looking into again our experience in the companies plus last 6 years of coaching and placing so many students and dealing with so many HR and the requirements and all, we have developed this curriculum. And all the delivery is made by, as I said, all the industry related people. So that way enough care is taken on each student. So trust on these things and check with the previous students, check with the placement. Then as far as you trust it, yes, we are in the right route, you can take a decision. So certainly we'll be doing much better justice than the cost that you're incurring. And compared to any other college, I'm sure the futuristic skills that a finance student need will be there in UNIQFIN Business School.
That's great. So thank you so much for all the information, sir. Anyone who's looking into the video, I'm pretty much sure that he is going to get all the required details. Thank you so much again. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.